everyone. Welcome to another episode of UBU Yoga.
Hi, guys.
I was going to say, she does have a voice. She's just being shy. So today's...
Me?
I know. I was waiting for that. So today's focus is twist. I love twists. I think a lot of yogis do. Do you?
Me too.
Yeah. Some yogis, there's someone I'm thinking in particular, feels like twists are like putting your body into a pretzel shape.
Oh, yeah.
And I've seen some of those on like Instagram and other places, and that's a thing. But twists can be quite simple in style, but you still get all the same benefits, right? But we wanted to give you some insight on keeping your twists safe and getting the most benefit from your twist. So why are twists great? There are just too many reasons to share, but I think some of the biggest, Annie, are the idea that twists are detoxifying. And so we're about to go into a couple of big holidays with lots of food. Yeah. And
we're going to get stuff like turkeys.
Or tofurkeys.
Exactly.
But stuffed either way. And we may be eating more food and maybe richer foods than our bodies are used to. So any chance to detoxify the body is just a wonderful thing. And
for digestion too.
Exactly. Right? And with all of like the reading that we've done and classes that we've taken, I'm reading that twists are good to do once or twice, 3 times a day. Yeah. Because it helps with the detoxifying and digestion. It also helps with strengthening the muscles of the back and honoring the twists and turns that our spinal column is capable of, but we have to, like a practice, we have to keep kind of stretching and using it so that it will always serve us well.
Well, I don't know about you, but I know for me, I always wake up in the morning with lower back pain, and doing the twists really help alleviate that and kind of keep me more limber throughout the day.
Yeah, and the more you practice them, the better that you will feel. And I know when I go through bouts of maybe not doing twists, I definitely I can feel the effects or the left.
Especially as the weather too gets colder. I'm starting to feel it more.
So why don't we do a couple of the twists? So there are too many twists to name. And so there are twists that you can do while standing, sitting, being on your back, standing on your head, what have you.
On your head?
Yeah, not in my practice right now. But there are so many that you can do. And Annie and I just chose a few that are very approachable, that are probably classics in a class, and just feel good on the body.
All right.
So start by finding a tall seat to start. Beautiful. And Annie and I wanted to start with legs crossed, right? So kind of take a moment just to close your eyes to find that alignment, to find the peace and quiet of your practice. Find the length in your spine, drawing your shoulders away from your ears, finding length in your neck. And take a moment, these first few moments, these first few breaths, to tell yourself that you have arrived. And it's with this renewed peace of mind that we'll find our twists. So keeping that tall spine, bring the left hand to the right knee, and bring the right hand just behind your back. You may be able to fully ground that hand against your mat, or you may just be able to get fingertips. The purpose of that hand is to remind you to keep that tall spine. I also feel like it gives me a little more grounding here. I feel just a little more supported.
It sure does.
But again, finding that tall spine, shoulders away from ears. Take a full breath in. Beautiful. I see that smile. Exhale, you're going to twist the body to the right, drawing that right shoulder back in space, drawing the core in toward the spine.
Ooh, I'm tight.
And breathing here. Very often, I feel like a room gets quiet when students are in poses that require that are tougher, require more breath, have a little bit of compression of the organs. And we think that holding the breath will help in some way. I'm guilty of that too. But let the breath flow freely here. Allow the gaze to just fall naturally toward the ground or towards the back wall. Making the pose slowly. With each inhale, sit up just a bit taller. With each exhale, finding the twist. Maybe taking the twist just a bit further. With the next inhale, slowly unravel. Bringing the hands back toward the knees, allowing the spine for just a breath or two to come back to that neutral position.
Thank you for that.
We're not done yet. What we do on one side, we always want to do to the other. So from here, with the next inhale, just begin to bring that right hand over to the left knee. You've got the left hand behind your body. With the exhale, twist to the left. Mindful to keep your hips grounded here. Honoring the spiral of your spine. Maybe imagining your spine as a spiral staircase. Some parts of your spine move quite freely, and some move not so freely, and some are actually fused together. So if you move slowly, move thoughtfully, you honor your spine and you honor the muscles of your back. The next inhale, slowly coming back to center, unraveling your spiral staircase.
That felt really good.
Good. I'm glad. So I would like to do another twist, but my knees are starting to get a little crunchy. So why don't we extend our legs out? Oh, cool. Yeah. Ooh. And then just tap the knees out a little bit. Perhaps you point and flex the feet a few times. And mindful to stay up tall. From here, we're going to bend the right knee and bring that right foot across the body.
Tricky on me.
Little pretzel-like, I suppose. From here, you're going to bring the left elbow, the left arm around the right knee. Okay. Now, there's a tendency to hunch here, but don't allow that. Really find that length again. Okay, drawing the shoulders away. Bring the right hand behind your back, just as we did before. And for a moment, just take a few breaths, feeling nice and tall here. Take another breath in. Exhale, find the twist.
I like this one.
Mm-hmm. Keeping the foot flexed of your left leg. I like hearing Annie breathe here. She's not holding the breath in.
Yeah, I don't want to turn blue like your mouth.
Nope. Oh, no, that would be bad. And with the next inhale, again, slowly unraveling. Good. And then Annie, I'm going to just have you with that neutral spine for a few breaths.
Sure.
Another option that you have, a lot of times when you're twisting in one direction, I know my body is craving now to go to the other direction. So if you'd like, keeping the bottom half of your body just the way it is, take both hands over to the left for a counter stretch.
That looks great on you.
God, it feels good too. Sometimes you just got to listen to what your body needs. And for me, it needs that counter stretch in the moment. And then uncross the legs, tap out the knees, and we'll do the same work on the other side. So this time we'll bend the left knee, crossing it over the body. And all those same cues, all that advice from before holds true, still here. Sitting up nice and tall. All right, the right foot is flexed. Wrap the right arm around the left knee. Again, don't sacrifice the length in the spine. Bring the left hand behind your body. Keep your smiles towards me. Take a full breath in. Exhale, twist. Twisting to the left. Drawing the left shoulder back.
Back really needed this today.
Mm-hmm. And with the next inhale, slowly coming back to center. Option to take that counter twist. Oh, that is very delicious. And then extending both legs out, giving them a tap. So these are twists that you can do seated. Doing them at the dining room table, during dinner on Thursday.
Yeah.
Your office chair, sitting on the floor, playing with your kids, maybe petting the pets. So there are lots of places to do these twists. But I love doing twists while on my back as well.
Oh, me too.
I know you do.
Probably
you and I,
favorite place to do twists.
Yeah, you and I have practiced enough together that I know that's one of your favorites. So why don't we show that next? All right. So take a moment just to come onto your back. You little help? Sure. Yeah. So even on the back, there are countless twists that you can do here, but we're going to keep it nice and simple. And Annie, once you are on your back,
I've arrived.
Yeah, tell yourself that you've arrived. I always like to have students take a few breaths just laying on the back. Give the spine a chance to relax here. Allow your back just to melt into the floor, knowing that you're cradled and you're supported here. Now for me, I have lots of lower back issues, and it takes me quite a while for my spine, my lower spine to release. Mm-hmm. And so sometimes I like to help it along. So one option, Annie, I'm going to give you is that you can bend your knees, and you can just leave your knees, pointed toward the sky, and that helps to kind of release the lower back. If you do need a little bit more, you can draw the knees in toward your chest. Yeah, and then slowly lower the feet back to the ground. It kind of helps everything settle. Okay. So I love that you kept your knees bent, because this is actually where our next twist is going to go. All right. So from here, Annie, I'd like you to bring your arms wide out into a T. Happily. Yes. And then take a full breath in. And with the exhale, allow your knees to drop to the right side of your mat. Okay. So what you're going to notice is that her knees have come over. She's allowing gravity to take her knees as far as they want to go, but she's also leaving her hips grounded. All right. So the left hip has lifted a little. That's perfectly natural, but there's not this exaggeration like she's going to turn over. Okay. Opening across the arms is really nice because it opens the shoulders, the collarbone. I don't know about all of you, but I'm spending a lot of time at my desk now, hunched, on my phone, hunched. I am naturally always cold all the time, so hunched. So I like any pose that opens. Oh, yeah. If you don't have the space wherever you're practicing, you always have the option to bring your arms into cactus shape. That can also feel very nice. Your gaze can be up towards the sky, or Annie, if you'd like, you can draw your head in the opposite direction of your knees. That can also feel very, very good.
Does feel good. Mm-hmm. This feels great.
With your next inhale, Annie, bring your knees up to point towards the sky. Feet are grounded. Your gaze is back up towards the sky. Take a full breath in. And with your exhale, release your knees to the other side of your mat. Beautiful. You may find too, and I think Annie, you mentioned this earlier, that one side's a little more open to this twist than the other. Just honor wherever you are. Just keep breathing here. You're doing a lot of work for those back muscles, for that spine. With your next inhale, bring your knees up towards the sky.
Really good.
Good. From here, Annie, why don't you draw your knees in towards your chest? And perhaps you rock from side to side a little bit. It's a nice massage for the back and for the spine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then I wanted to add one more thing to this twist. We've talked a lot about props, and I want to kind of introduce your bolster.
Oh yeah.
Into this twist. So we're going to do the same twist, but I want you to see kind of how the bolster can come into place.
Sure. Okay? I love my bolster.
So Annie, I'm just going to bring it right to the side of you, about hip level, okay, lengthwise. And so this time the goal is just to allow your knees to have something to rest into. All right. So take a deep breath in, and with your exhale, release your knees over to the right.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and it's not too much of a change from what you were doing previously, but what I like is that your lower body just has something to connect with. I feel like it's so nice when we feel supported. And as silly as it may sound, just having those knees rest into something, I feel like allows your body to go.
Yeah, I can actually feel the muscles
right,
just relaxing a little bit more because they're settling into the bolster.
Right, and you probably could just stay here for a couple minutes, and you're doing this work for your body, but you're being held here.
I love this. This is great. This is what Sundays are all about.
So with another inhale, bring your knees up. Good. And what we'll do is we'll do the same work on the other side. Right. So when you are ready, with an exhale, just release those knees over to the bolster on the left. Okay. And as if this weren't juicy enough, there's a little more we can add to this. Okay. So Annie's got beautiful alignment. She's practicing her twists safely. But something that we can do, something that I can do for her, or you can do for yourself, is to take a blanket to even give her more grounding here. So what you're going to notice is that her hip is lifted a bit here in the twist. Perfectly natural. That's what's supposed to be happening here. But you'll see that she has all this space here. So let's give her something to rest into. So I'm just taking one of the blankets that I have. I'm folding it to give it a little bit of length, but also padding. And I'm going to take it and just mold her body.
Oh, wow.
With the blanket and fill, as one of my favorite teachers said, fill the gap.
Oh,
okay.
I love it.
So now Annie's body can have that even more.
This is definitely an aha moment right here.
Mm-hmm. And anytime you take the time to twist, find a pose. A lot of work being done here, but she's resting as well. Right? She's restoring, she's rejuvenating. How do you feel, Annie?
This is amazing. Definitely the best part of my day so far.
Good.
I could stay here for a long time.
And I think that's really a key too. Like you could probably stay in this for a couple minutes.
Oh yeah.
Right? So that is our homage, our love affair with twist today. Please find some time to twist this week. Enjoy that detoxifying feeling that it gives the body. Enjoy knowing that you're doing a lot of good for your body, even though it may look like you're doing nothing at all. Know that we are always here for you. Know that we love you, as Annie always says, stealing her line.
Yeah.
And we hope you have a wonderful, wonderful holiday.
We'll see you next time, guys.
She's
Bye-bye.
not getting up.
Nope.